Good afternoon. I'm pleased to declare Quinnipiac University's 2016 commencement exercises for the School of Business and Engineering officially open. Would everyone please stand for the invocation, which will be delivered by Rena Judd, University Rabbi.
Source of all holiness, mercy, and love, it is with complete and total gratitude that we thank you for nurturing and sustaining us, for the transference and gifts of knowledge and wisdom. We are grateful to you to bringing us to this moment. Amen.
Please be seated. I'd like to collectively acknowledge the platform party, which includes trustees, university administrators and representatives, university clergy and deans, as well as our speaker, an honorary degree recipient, whom we will meet shortly. It's now my honor to present Dr. John L. Leahy, president of Quinnipiac University, who will bring you greetings on behalf of the university community.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to all of you on this joyous occasion. To our graduates, the class of 2016 from the School of Business and School of Engineering, I want to add a special welcome and my heartiest congratulations to each and every one of you. During your years at Quinnipiac, you have made all of us very proud. While some social scientists and the media often portray your generation as excessively self-centered and less concerned about helping others, the Quinnipiac class of 2016 has clearly disproven that characterization. More than any other class, the class of 2016 has volunteered on hundreds of projects to raise money for the sick and the impoverished and to help those who are less fortunate. The big event, an annual event here on campus, is a student-run project that brought together this spring more than 1,800 students, volunteers in one day to provide direct services such as cleanup and beautification projects for the Hamden and North Haven areas, as well as public parks and other sites throughout the greater New Haven area. 18 of our athletic teams participated in Dr. Seuss Day by reading Dr. Seuss stories to children at local schools, libraries, and preschools. The Quinnipiac Community Action Project sponsored 6 blood drives that collected 230 pints of blood, directly impacting the lives of 700 people. And our fraternities and sororities participated in numerous community service projects to enhance the local community. Many of today's graduates traveled to Nicaragua, Guatemala, Barbados, and the Dominican Republic, where they worked together with community members, including rural school teachers, healthcare workers, families of children with special needs, small business owners, and grassroots organizations. The class of 2016 has also excelled academically. 70 awards will be given out this weekend honoring seniors for their outstanding success in the classroom. This class has also achieved an extremely high graduation rate. And the class of 2016 has achieved the highest levels ever. Let me repeat that. The highest levels ever of cum laude, magna cum laude, and summa cum laude academic honors. A record number of you are going on to pursue graduate degrees in various fields of study, including dental, law, medical school, and a variety of PhD programs. Today's graduates also displayed outstanding leadership within the Quinnipiac community. No one better exemplified the leadership roles you took than Johnny Atkin, who served as your student body president this year. I very much enjoyed working with Johnny, particularly in his role as a student representative on the university's Board of Trustees. Class of 2016, as you look back on all of your accomplishments, I am sure you'll agree with me that you would not be graduating today if it were not for the help and support of 2 very important groups, the faculty at Quinnipiac and your families. So graduates, please rise and express your appreciation to the faculty seated in front of you and your parents and families seated all around you. Class of 2016, you have certainly left your mark on Quinnipiac University, and for that we thank you. And I predict you will leave an even greater mark on the world that awaits you. Again, my congratulations and best wishes to each and every one of you.
Please be seated. I ask Peter Fasolo, Frank Belizzi, and President Leahy to come forward for the conferral of the honorary degree.
Peter Fasolo, if there's one thing you've demonstrated throughout your career, it's been a profound appreciation for the fact that in business, a company's value isn't determined solely by its products or by its profits. You understand that an organization's true strength is measured by the quality, loyalty, and happiness of its people. For more than 2 decades, you've helped shape the face of companies you worked for by recruiting the best and the brightest. As the worldwide Vice President of Global Human Resources at Johnson & Johnson, you've managed to seamlessly fuse your vast professional experience with your propensity for service and a collaborative mentality that sends a clear message to employees that you're all in it together. You have demonstrated a belief that a company's balance sheet shouldn't be its only focus, but that a responsible organization should also be a good member of the community it serves. In recognition of the extraordinary careers you've helped guide, for the attitude that an employee's loyalty should be earned and not expected, and for the innovative leadership you've shown in an evolving business landscape, Quinnipiac University is pleased to present you with the honorary degree of Doctor of Humane Letters this 21st day of May 2016.
By the power vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations, Peter.
It's a privilege to introduce our commencement speaker, Peter Fasolo.
Thank you very much, and thank you, Frank, for those kind words. And congratulations, class of 2016. It is an extreme honor for me to celebrate with you today. It's a pleasure to share in this occasion with so many proud faculty members in front of me here, parents, grandparents, siblings, and friends whose love, support, and mentorship have helped each of you reach this great moment. Frank was very kind in his introduction a moment ago. I asked him earlier, what should I talk about today? And he replied, about 12 minutes. That's advice I intend to take. So if you'll indulge me for just a few moments, I'd like to share a little of my perspective with you in the hope that it may ease your path and help you grow into the strong, compassionate, and moral leaders our society so desperately needs today. One thing that we all understand about the world is whether you're in your 20s like you or in your 50s like me, is how competitive this world has become. In some ways, and in many ways, that is a great thing. Competition breeds achievement. As graduates of Quinnipiac University, you know that better than most. You have worked incredibly hard to get to this place. But as of today, your finals are over. Your last paper has been graded, and a different reality is about to take hold. One side effect of living in an ultra-competitive world is that it's even tougher to find a job as you graduate, and the pressure to have everything figured out, to get ahead, stay ahead, and succeed according to the traditional terms society has defined for us, that pressure can be relentless. Wherever you are headed and wherever your aspirations may take you, I imagine some of you, maybe many of you, are feeling a bit anxious about what may come next. That's very natural. After all, the conventional wisdom starting today is that the race is on to land the perfect job, start the perfect career, and build the perfect life. But I'm here to tell you, graduates, that conventional wisdom is wrong. When you walk across this stage, you will step into a world that is incredibly wide open, a totally blank canvas. So now is not the time to be anxious. Now is not the time to feel lost or hopeless. Now is the time to be the most hopeful, the most open, the most optimistic you can possibly be, because the opportunities before you are endless, and nobody expects you to have that figured out right away. Take it from someone who knows exactly what you're up against as you prepare to enter the workforce. Frank introduced me as the Chief Human Resources Officer at Johnson & Johnson, the largest healthcare company in the world, with more than 130 years of history and 128,000 employees. What that simply means is that my team and I are responsible for hiring over 20,000 people every single year, including engineers and business people just like you. After more than 30 years in this business, I'd like to think I know a thing or two about what it takes to get hired and build a career. And the first thing is this. When I look at a job application, especially from a young person, I don't expect to see that they had it all figured out the day they graduated. Quite the opposite, in fact. I want to see that people have experimented, knocked around a bit, tried different things. I like to see a path that is not linear, a resume that tells a story. To me, that is not a vice, that is a value. It suggests a healthy restlessness, an intellectual curiosity I absolutely prize. Now, I'm not talking about aimless drifting. I'm talking about purposeful exploration. This, in turn, suggests a candidate who is developing a quality I value the most in any employee or colleague. And that quality is leadership. Because if there's one thing I've learned over the course of my career is that the world needs leaders. Driven, selfless, compassionate, hard-working leaders now more than ever before. Now, what do I mean by that? How do you get there? What practical steps can you take to show HR pros like me that will put your resume in the short stack? The answer is simple. Don't worry about plotting a perfect career trajectory. Instead, I want you to focus on building your character. Focus on calibrating your moral compass. Be kind. Be respectful. Be truthful. Mean what you say and do what you say you're going to do. Listen more than you talk. That's how you lead. That's how you build character, by being a person who makes other people feel heard, appreciated, and valued. As long as you focus on becoming such a person, a great career has to follow. This is something that I learned from my father, who worked for more than 30 years in the inner cities of Bridgeport, Connecticut, not far from here. He dedicated his life to underprivileged kids and families at a place called the Cardinal Sheen Center. From his example, I learned that when you spend time in the service of others, you end up finding fulfillment for yourself. That is the kind of character I look for in the people I work with and the people I hire. And that is what led me to Johnson & Johnson, a company that embodies this philosophy. At J&J, we aspire to help people live healthier, happier, and longer lives. But we are not an NGO, we're not a charity, we're a corporation. But more than anything else, we are a purpose-driven corporation. We know that it's only by serving others first that you can deliver shareholder return. It's only by serving others that we find fulfillment for ourselves. Now, I hope this is an idea that rings true for each of you and a lesson that will guide you throughout your careers. But I also know how tough it can be to find ways to serve and find companies that align to your values. A time when society, your peers, and yes, even your parents are pushing you so hard to make practical decisions about your future. You need to pay rent. You need to put food on the table. These things are not trivial. But there is a difference between earning a living, prioritizing material success, pursuing external achievement, and chasing other people's dreams. As the old saying goes, money appears to buy happiness, but the exchange rate is not that great. Let me tell you, it's important for you to figure this out for yourself and find a fit between your interest, your values, and the way you spend your time before it's too late. I was lucky in that regard. For most of my college career, I was an accounting major. I figured accounting would be a practical way to make a great living. and I know it is for many people. Unfortunately, it took me until my junior year at Providence College to figure out that I was not one of them. I was miserable as an accounting major. I hated it, and I was terrible at it. I enrolled into an introductory psychology class and absolutely fell in love. I put in the same long hours. If anything, I even worked harder. But somehow, it felt wonderful, effortless. So I scrambled to change my major, gave up the straightforward future I thought I had in front of me, and pursued a master's and then a PhD in psychology. And of course, this is very common and even normal to take a lot longer than I did to get to that point. Many people go through the first 3, 5, or even 10 years of their careers without a sense of how to align their passions with their professions. This is the time to experiment, as I said a moment ago. That's the time to try, fail, and try again. Because the real danger lies in not trying, in accepting other people's definition of success, falling victim to blind ambition, pursuing achievement for its own sake at all costs. Early in my career as a psychologist, I worked with many CEOs and executives. I saw what happens to people who never match their passions to their professions. They wake up one morning, late in life, and realize they're empty. They've squandered the best years of their lives, and now they are hopelessly and helplessly lost. On the outside, these broken executives may be tough to spot. They look very much like their peers who have aligned their values with the organizations they serve. The difference is on the inside. Which brings me to my final point. The thing that leads so many of us at various points in our lives to question on what it means to be happy also happens to be the thing we are most afraid to do. Parents, please cover your ears. Graduates, you need to make mistakes along the way so you can learn from them. Pick yourself up and move forward. And I know how excruciating that can be for everyone involved. But I also happen to believe that's when character springs to life, in those difficult moments when it's put to the test. Resilience is the key component of leadership, and I frankly don't want to hire people or work with people who have never failed and learned and became better, smarter, and humbler for it. I know I have myself. I have stumbled many times, gotten things wrong, and picked myself up. The 3 most powerful words in a leader's vocabulary are, I don't know. I don't know. Practice it. Internalize it. Make it your mantra. I say these words all the time in my current job at J&J. That is why I surround myself with outstanding talent who can teach me, teach others, so that we all get better together. So if I can leave you with one thought, graduates, it's this. Your lives will be defined not by what you achieve, but who you become as a consequence of the choices you make. Look at business. Look at politics. Look at the naked ambition and empty achievement that too often masquerades as success. Look at the challenges your generation will be called upon to solve, from poverty to sustainability to healthcare. Most importantly, graduates, look inside yourselves at the resilience you've already shown and the obstacles you are superbly qualified to overcome. Look around, class of 2016, at how lucky we are to be alive right now. Look around. History has its eyes on you. That's right, I'm quoting Hamilton. Like many of you, I've been listening to that soundtrack nonstop, but it's true. What a moment this is for all of you. What a time to be alive with a blank canvas stretched out before you. I cannot tell you how excited I am about the future you will build. Your potential is absolutely limitless. Opportunity awaits. Grab it. Seize it. I want to thank you again for inviting me to share in this great moment. Congratulations, good luck, and go Bobcats.
Thank you, Peter. It's now my privilege to turn over the program to Dr. Matthew O'Connor, Dean of the School of Business and Engineering.
Thank you, Mark. Good morning and greetings from the faculty and staff of the School of Business and Engineering. Will the business candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science from the School of Business and Engineering please begin to approach the stage? Marshals, please direct the candidates to the platform. Haley Nanette Abadi. Anthony Robert Adami. Carrie Lorenzo Adams. Angelique Eulalia Agapito. Murtada Amin Alali. Luwa Alyumadi Aldasari. Andres Claudio Eleman. Michelle Nader Elganem. Samuel Gerst Alick. Jason Charles Alvarez. Sam Peter Annis. Everett Bragg Anderson III. Peter R. Annunziata. Michael Joseph Anzalone. Grant Maxwell Arnold. Caroline A. Arts. Carolyn Arts is the recipient of the Advertising Biomedical Marketing Department Student Achievement Award. This award is presented to a graduating student exhibiting outstanding scholarship, independent creativity, and extracurricular activities directly related to advertising or biomedical marketing. Congratulations, Caroline. Stephen P. Astrakhan. Douglas Stephen Altanese. Stephen Patrick Auer. Connor Thomas Baker. Lindsay Danielle Banks. Lindsay Banks is the co-recipient of the Edward J. Scannell Prize. This award, in memory of a former trustee, is given to 2 graduating business students who have demonstrated outstanding citizenship. Congratulations, Lindsay. Amara Therese Barbiero. Stephen Anthony Barnitz. Nicholas Nath Basile. Connor Derek Bates. Robert Angelo Battaglia. John Thomas Bavasso. Juan Becerra. Alexander Fernand Bedard. Saman Bashnava. Michael Berlant. Edward Salvatore Berliner. Matthew John Berry. Merrill A. Betancourt. Joseph Vincent Bianco III. Abigail Marissa Blake. Eric Burton Blakeney. Charles Kingsley Blizzard III. Benjamin John Blue. Stephen Charles Boardman. Zachary Elijah Boberski. Francesca Maria Bolton. Joseph Charles Beninti. Amir Hassan Boone. Derek K. Boris. Matthew John Bowden. John Renforth Brady II. Olivia Margaret Brandy. Kyle Matthew Braun. Daniel Ryan Brecher. Ryan James Brecht. David Reed Brennan. Michael Joseph Berganti. Edward Francis Brophy III. Andrew Frank Brusella. Jack Robert Brust. Andrew Francis Buckley. Jake Ethan Bullion. Brooke Nicole Bunella. Colin P. Burke. Cameron Zelio Butler. Eric Andrew Cajolet. Andrew Robert Calamita. Anthony Erasmo Caliendo. Andy Canage. Paige Elizabeth Cantwell. Brandon Ottavio Carbone. Alyssa Julia Carl. Anthony Joseph Caruso. Samantha Elizabeth Caruso. Natalie Carvajal. Nicholas John Carvalho. Alexandra Ashelyn Castro. Alexander Christopher Cates. Vincent Frank Catucci. Philip Joseph Senatiempo. Adam Joseph Ceylon. William A. Chavers IV. Gino Joseph Chiarello. Brian Fitzgibbon Chico. Joseph Salvatore Ciccio. Colin William Clare. Louis Alexander Clark. Zachary Hiram Collado. Daniel Robert Collins. Francesca Rose Colongi. James D. Conklin III. Patrick Michael Connolly. Colin Francis Conti. Justin Matthew Corson. Brian P. Costello. Samuel Justin Cotto. Christina Ann Courtney. Thomas Joseph Crociata. Nicholas Rand Curry. Benjamin Edward Zucra. Nicholas Armand D'Alessandro. Christopher Frank Dalton. Megan Christine Daly. Andrew James Daniels. Julie Ann Dapolito. Michael Joseph Davey. Colleen Flynn Davis. Michael Andrew DeGennaro. Stephen T. DeLeo. John Anthony DeMays. Robert Raymond Deary. Connor John Devane. Caitlin Mora Devaney. Philip Thomas DeBuno. Skylar Stephen Deem. Nicholas John Diekman. William Nathan Dinnerman. Brielle A. Disbrow. Giovanna Rose DeStefano. Megan Joan Darty. Samuel Louis Donato. Thomas Alexander Donnell. James Thomas Donovan. Matthew Thomas Dowdy. Nicolette Dracos. Nolan Leary Driscoll. Karen Lynn Dunn. Tyler Charles Dunster. Samuel Zachary DeZilo. Jose Ramon Echeverria. Skylar Jane Ellington. Elizabeth Ann Ender. Kevin Thomas Enright. Ethan Mark Epstein. Jonathan Edward Era. Tobias Eschi. Christopher Michael Estwan. Holly Caitlin Farrell. Courtney Elizabeth Fay. Colin Patrick Fay. Sean Patrick Feeney. Thomas John Fenelon III. Andy Ferreira. Dennis Albert Ferzoco. Joseph Daniel Fiala. Andrea Finta. Matthew James Fish. Danielle Joan Flaherty. Devin Michael Flip. Margaret Jill Folsom. Luke Chase Forrester. Luke Forrester is the recipient of the Computer Information Systems Outstanding Senior Award. This award is presented to an outstanding CIS graduate in recognition of academic excellence and student leadership. Congratulations, Luke. Daniel P. Frayne. Callie Nicole Francis. Adam Matthew Friedman. Zachary Frank Fromson. Zachary is the recipient of the Entrepreneurship Student Achievement Award. This award is presented to the entrepreneurship major who has demonstrated outstanding achievement in entrepreneurial activities and academic performance. Congratulations, Zachary. Kyla M. Fuentes. Nicholas Anthony Gabriel, Jr. Taylor Daniel Galicio. Robert Liam Galvin. Brian Christopher Gansey. Tara Maureen Gannon. Shane Nicholas Garfey. Christopher Garr. Michael K. Gardig. Philip Thomas Genovese. Alexa Grace Gentili. Anthony Stephen Geranio. Michael Thomas Gervais. Nicholas Giampietro. Tyler James Gilsonen. Zachary Lloyd Gerard. Danielle Marie Godley. Max Blake Goldblatt. Amanda Lee Golden. Dylan Atwood Gomez. Ross Bailey Gravitt. Michael Valentino Graziano. James Vincent Greco. Eric Dietrich Grell. Saul Winchester Groman. Dawit Samuel Guevara. Andrew Guidera. Taylor Renee Haley. Brian William Halter. Jeremy Kenneth Han. Emma Claire Hart. Elliot Charles Hartwell. Joseph Randy Haverilla. Moses Abraham Hylam. Nicholas Ryan Hazel. Atusa Haderi. Matthew Vincent Henry. Leah Ann Herlihy. Richard Michael Hildebrand. Catherine Marie Halushko. Deidre Page Hosevar. Kevin Christopher Hoff. Sarjay Connor Hogan. Nicholas Raphael Holland. Victoria Lynn Holowinka. Nicole Ann Howe. Joshua O. Hudson. Devin J. Eidelman. Chris Iniguez. Luke Iavano. Alyssa Rose Irizarry. Jordan Alexander Isaacs. Anna Jacobs. Anna Jacobs is the recipient of 2 prestigious awards. At the end of each academic year, the Management Department faculty members nominate, vote, and select a Management Department Student of the Year. The recipient is someone who demonstrates superior academic performance, leadership, and a high level of campus involvement. Anna is also the co-recipient of the Edward J. Scannell Prize. This award, in memory of a former trustee, is given to 2 graduating business students who have demonstrated outstanding citizenship. Congratulations, Anna. Molly Alana Jarrett. Pablo Jr. Jimenez. Samuel Bursky Johnson. Taylor Marie Johnson. Demi Catery. Andrew George Kalinowski. Alexis Caritas. Brian Patrick Kearns. Kimberly Ann Keeman. Ryan Edward Keenan. Ryan Case Keenan. Reagan Ashley Kelleher. Brett Klein. Justine Ashley Conup. Zeph Mark Krasnigi. Sherry L. Kriegel. Connor Jeffrey LaChapelle. Ryan J. Laguna. Alexandra Padua Lamagna. Taylor Christine Lambrou. Christopher Lloyd Lang. Erica Lynn Larson. Maya Laska. Kyle Albert Lawler. Joshua Tyler Leary. Aaron Lee. Jillian Sarah Lehner. Good. Jeffrey Michael Lochner. Daniel William Loico. Matthew Alexander Lombardi. Christopher Joseph Losh. Peter James Lizobe. James John McConaughey. Ransom John Maduka. Thomas J. Madzi. Daniel Joseph Magalhaes. Massimo Angelo Magliocchetti. Anisha Sunil Manglani. Nicholas Joseph Mann. Ryan William Manning. Robert Malcolm Masucci. Cooper Philip Matyson. Amanda Maturo. Gregory James Mayer. Austin Michael Mayhew. Ian Kelly McCracken. Jory McLeod. William Henry McNett IV. Brian Joseph McPartland. Nicholas George McDanis. Daniel Renee Menard. Samuel James Mendel. Cody Thomas Merritt. Ashlyn Mary Messina. Ashlyn Messina is the recipient of the Marketing Department Student Achievement Award. This award is presented to a student possessing outstanding expertise in marketing who has made contributions to both the field and the marketing department. Congratulations, Ashlyn. Connor Crawford Meth. Aaron Gabrielle McCauley. Isaiah David Lee. Sarah Ann Michelle. Christopher Joseph Miranda. Keiichi Mayadera. Michael Anthony Monaco. Rachel Lynn Moon. Rachel Moon is the recipient of the Finance Department Outstanding Senior Award. This award is presented to a graduating finance student in recognition of outstanding academic achievement and contributions to the finance program. Congratulations, Rachel. Kyle Arthur Moore. Aniket Rajiv Marashkar. Tiffany Amber Morrissey. Matthew James Morrow. Forrest Armistead Motts. Christopher Anthony Muley. Ronald Muley Jr. Mark Joseph Murphy. Timothy James Murphy. Kerrigan Elise Murray. Jenna Marie Muscarella. Gennaro Paul Nardelli. Ryan James Nelson. Colin C. Nesdale. Patrick James Nestor. Nicholas Jonathan Ing. Alexis Marie Noonan. Dawad Ariel Noor. Dylan Michael Norton. Alex Margaret O'Brien. Cameron James O'Brien. Catherine Mary O'Connor. Andy Lee Odinsky. Kevin Casey O'Keefe. Mackenzie Joseph O'Keefe. Ariel W. Oliveri. Obafumi A. Oluwasusi. Ashley Shannon O'Neill. Carl Anthony Orlandi. Haley Ann Ostrom. Curtis Michael Owen. Kevin D. Owens. Nicholas Wright Pacey. Leanna Brittany Paglia. Michael Vincent Palladino. Salvatore M. Palumbo. Taylor Nicole Parenti. Christopher Sung Jun Park. Nicholas Ryan Park. Courtney Rose Parks. Christopher Peter Parneros. Lucas Eli Pascarella. Anthony Joseph Perillo. Aliki Petzavara. Ronald Allen Pfeiffer. Tessney Phillips. Christian Vincent Pachuro. Bernard Joseph Piella III. Victoria Jane Pirro. Brian Mark Pinto. Gregory Anthony Plumatallo. Russell Jack Pober. Christopher Joseph Polio. Christopher Michael Papalizio. Taylor Julianne Porter. Joshua Ian Potter. William Caleb Ndua. John Casey Powers. Will Thomas Pratt Stephen. Jeremy Joseph Provost. Shane Michael Soinis. Heather Pullis. Maria Camila Quijano. David Christopher Quinn. Brendan Francis Quirk. David A. Keto. Stephen M. Rado. Casey R. Rouser. Emily Marie Rossini. Savannah Jane Riley. Max Harrison Reisdorf. Fernando I. Reyes. Gabriel Reyes Antigua. Jordan William Rinaldi. Zachary Andrew Risch. Cesar Augustin Rivaben. Zachary Lucas Robbins. Christopher John Roberts. Zachary Alexander Rodriguez. Lyle Alfred Rotundo. Dominique Nicole Roundsville. PJ Ratura. Jenna Lee Sacramone. Jason Scott Sadowski. Heidi Wael Salem. Julia Rose Salvia. Crystal M. Stanton. Joseph Scaglione. David Joseph Scalabrini. Kimberly Ann Schaefer. Tyler Christopher Schmid. Kyle Edward Schnicker. Nicole Gabriella Scola. Andrew R. Scott. Rosario Giovanni Scamacci. Anthony Paul Sinercia. Ryan Cole Sessa. Matthew Daniel Setters. Ali Shakoff. Brendan John Sheehan. Braden John Otto Sherbanen. Bridget Marie Sherwin. Gregory Anthony Silva. Stephanie Ann Silva. Sean Forrest Simons. Jayana Lachey Singleton. Shane Christopher Skelly. Killian McElroy Smith. Kevin Leo Smoller. Jessica Ann Sorrentino. Jessica is the recipient of the Ronald Marenghill Award. This award is presented to a graduating accounting student who has excelled in both academic achievement and contributions to the program. Congratulations, Jessica. Sarah Elizabeth Susi. Robert Glenn Stanley. Travis Jordan St. Dennis. Robert George Steele III. Alexandra Elizabeth Steffen. Salvatore Stephen Straza. Rebecca Marie Streeter. Catherine R. Strong. Ryan Patrick Stubbe. Michael Alexander Sutherland. Haley C. Swartz. Jessica Valerie Sweeney. Heather Ashley Sipek. Christopher Lee Taglianetti. Lauren Nicole Tasca. Robel Indashaw Tefera. Corey Robert Terrialt. Justin Matthew Thomas. Amanda L. Thompson. Kevin John Tiefenworth. Jessica Lynn Tomkowitz. Jessica Lynn Tomkowitz is the recipient of the Alumni Association Academic Achievement Award, presented by the Alumni Association and made possible by the Alumni Association National Board of Governors. This award honors the student who has attained the highest scholastic standing in each of the undergraduate schools. Jessica is the 2016 recipient for the School of Business and Engineering. Congratulations, Jessica. Gregory Robert Thomas. Anthony Alfred Torchia. Austin Adam Troisi. Charles Sacrios. Justin Brooks Turnbow. Megan Kathleen Turner. Megan Turner is the recipient of the International Business Award. This award is given to a graduating student who has demonstrated academic excellence and professional qualities within the International Business Program. Congratulations, Megan. Kristen Ann Ulrich. Samantha Kate Unger. Osasu Terrence Uzameyer. Kyle James Vegra. Jonathan Evan Valsich. Mary Nolene Venata. Anthony Charles Vassaturo. Andrew James Vautrin. Ryan William Verdi. Taylor C. Vereen. Stephen Angelo Vessa. Benjamin George Vasicchio. Anthony R. Vinci. Alex Andrea Volpe. Jack Francis Walters. Guan Wang. Jennifer Corley Whaley. Derek C. White. Matthew Daniel White. Robert Michael White, Jr. Bradford Arthur Weidenmeyer. Christopher J. Williams. Christopher Ryan Williams. Carice A. Williams. Thomas Marion Wallison. Timothy Christian Wirtz. Christine Mary Whitetrall. Matthew Ewan. Sturgios Zakaria. Omar Nabi Jagirdar. I ask the business candidates to please rise. Mr. President, I have the honor to present from the School of Business and Engineering business candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science.
By the power vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations to all of you.
You may be seated. Will the engineering candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science from the School of Business and Engineering please approach the podium? Wesley Alexander Breisch. Wesley Breisch is the recipient of the Software Engineering Outstanding Senior Award. This award is presented to an outstanding software engineering student in recognition of academic excellence and student leadership. Congratulations, Wesley. Kathleen Mackay Carroll. Jacob Semmel Concepcion. Taylor John Dawson. Keegan Gerard Eder. Jennifer Copeland Fremd. Jonathan Allen Russell Galfuso. Gabriella Christina Gualpa. Allison Marie Hillier. Wee Min Kao. We is the recipient of the Industrial Engineering Outstanding Senior Award. This award is presented to the outstanding industrial engineering student in recognition of academic excellence and student leadership. Congratulations, we. Nicholas Andrew Lasowitz. Lauren Marie McMahon. Lauren is the recipient of the Civil Engineering Outstanding Senior Award. This award is presented to an outstanding civil engineering graduate in recognition of academic excellence and student leadership. Congratulations, Lauren. Elizabeth Medzinski. Christine Margaret Montani. Ian David Murray. Andrew Joseph Pecorillo. Michael J. Padias. Matthew Arthur Powers. Matthew is the recipient of the Mechanical Engineering Outstanding Senior Award. This award is presented to an outstanding mechanical engineering student in recognition of academic excellence and student leadership. Congratulations, Matthew. Brandon Michael Simone. I ask the engineering candidates to please rise. Mr. President, I have the honor to present from the School of Business and Engineering, engineering candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science.
By the power vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations to all of you.
Now it is my privilege to introduce our student speaker, Alexander Bedard. Alexander is a finance major from Bristol, Connecticut.
President Leahy, Provost Thompson, Dean O'Connor, trustees, administration, and faculty, thank you for this opportunity to speak on the behalf of the class of 2016. Albert Einstein once said there are only two ways to live your life. One is as though nothing is a miracle, the other is though as everything is a miracle. Today is most certainly nothing less than a miracle. Reflecting back on the amount of work it took everyone here today to get to this point in our lives is the prime example of the endeavor of chasing and fulfilling a dream that once was full of uncertainty, and all we could do was imagine this day. It was our dream as our families to graduate from a top-tier university such as Quinnipiac in order to pursue a more fulfilling life. Both of my parents are immigrants. They came to the United States in the pursuit of their American dream, but more importantly, to give a better life to their children. Growing up, I never heard the end of the discussion about how important college would be for my future. One vivid discussion I remember having was with my father at the age of 10 years old. I had an upcoming history test, and I was putting an exorbitant amount of studying in it when my father approached me with the question of what college would you like to go to? I quickly replied with the response, Harvard. Sorry, President Leahy. I was only 10 at the time. My dad paused for a moment and then replied, that's a great school, Alex, but what do you think of Quinnipiac? The discussion continued on, and what my father was doing was not trying to figure out how much he was going to have to save to send his son to college or what school I would go to. Instead, what he was doing was planting a seed, the seed of seeing his son go to college. In finance, we use the Greek letter alpha as a way to measure the excess or deficiency to a benchmark. Alpha is a measurement that can be calculated, but in finance, there's no actual formula for creating an alpha return. Just like in life, there is no formula to creating a better than average life. What we do know is this: in life, the most average life you can live is one where you do not follow your dreams. Dreams require someone to take on and manage risk while being able to persevere through adversity. Whether that adversity be my father going to work in the blistering cold winds as they constructed TD Bank Sports Center, where we currently sit here today, or life events that make us question on what the future will hold for us. We all have our own stories of how we got here today, and the great deal of sacrifices that every single one of us had to make in order to walk at commencement. It is believing that everything is a miracle that has helped us protect our dreams, to give us the courage and faith that we are able to endure through these challenges we face as we pursue our dreams. When I started this college journey, my biggest fear was within myself. I was afraid of failure and not being able to fulfill my dreams. Then at the age of 19 years old, I witnessed the tragic event of my twin brother passing away. Although this event was nothing less than a tragedy, it forced me to dream that better days would come. It taught me that time is my most valuable resource, and by not pursuing my dreams, I would be wasting the time I was given here on earth. Our dreams are our alpha in life, and fulfilling our dreams is what takes an average life and creates an above average life. Dreams are what allow us to envision and pursue the better days to come in our lives. So I am proud to consider my Bobcat, not just because of the credibility that this university holds in academics, but because of all of you. When I was transferring to new school, I was looking for more than just the typical college environment. I was looking for people to believe in my dreams and open their arms up like a family. You all did this 22 months ago. Yeah, it wasn't just believing in me. We believed in each other. We pushed through difficult times together to get to this point in our lives. So I am proud to be able to graduate with people who are not afraid to pursue their dreams. But more importantly, I want to congratulate you all on your achievements and wish you the best as you pursue your dreams and continue to create the alpha in your life. Thank you.
Thank you, Alex. It's now my pleasure to introduce my good friend, Brett Amendola, to officially welcome our graduates as alumni.
I ask the graduates to please rise. Congratulations. It's certainly my honor to stand before you as a member of the class of 1991 and president of the Alumni Association. I invite you to move your tassel to the left of your cap. Welcome to the Quinnipiac University Alumni Association. I hope you'll remain an active part of our Quinnipiac family. Thank you.
You can be seated. Thank you, Brett. Before I reintroduce Rena Judd, who will deliver the benediction, I just have a few announcements. Only the platform party and faculty will recess out. Our graduates and families can proceed to the Rocky Top Student Center next door for a reception. Transportation for those with limited mobility is available. Once outside, you will see signs on the left. Please stand. It is now my privilege to ask Rena Judd, University Rabbi, to please come forward and deliver the benediction.
From the book of Leviticus, the priestly benediction. May God bless you and keep you. May God's face turn towards you and shine upon your soul. May God grant peace to you. May your lives be safe, long, healthy, and wonderful. God bless you all.